As I say, the information that we've got is at least 3 fatalities at the moment. We're told that the accident and emergency, the main trauma centre in the area in Ashford, has been put on standby to receive a significant number of casualties. Sources confirmed to us that there were 47 people who were on this small boat when it capsized, and we believe that most, if not all of them, ended up in the water. Well, clearly local fishing boats, French fishing boats, we're told, were first on scene. They were nearby and were able to pull some of those on board. But of course, by the time it gets to Border Force vessels, lifeboats, and the Royal Navy responding, then quite a period of time can elapse. And obviously, people have been in the water for some time before significant numbers of them were able to be rescued, and that is never good. So still very much an ongoing air and sea search and rescue operation at the moment. And to compound it, Tom, we're also getting reports of more migrant boats that are being spotted in the English Channel. Now, all of those require UK maritime assets, so Border Force and lifeboats, to respond to those sightings as well. And we're told that there are at least another small boats that have been spotted so far in the English Channel this morning. The reason is simple. We've had a good couple of days of bad weather, which has prevented small boats from crossing. We had about 500 people who crossed over the weekend. Now that the weather has improved, and I say improved, it's all relative. It's never great in the Channel at this time of the year, but it's improved enough to allow small boats to try to attempt that crossing. Then this is the result. We're seeing these small boats attempting to make that crossing in less than ideal circumstances, and always the potential, Tom, for a tragedy like this to unfold.
It is remarkable to anyone that's stepped outside in the last few days in this part of the world to think that this would be anywhere close to optimum circumstances for getting into a rickety boat and crossing that patch of water, particularly given the temperatures that we're seeing right now. We were used to seeing this sort of channel crossing crisis as a summer phenomenon. It's now become an all-year-round one.
Yeah, it has. And of course, you'll remember it was 13 months ago that we had a terrible tragedy in the English Channel when a small boat deflated and all those on board were thrown into the water, and 27 of those people died. They believe the casualty toll actually may have been higher, but they didn't necessarily recover everybody that was thrown into the water. But a very significant tragedy. Then a lot of soul searching that was done with authorities in the UK and France vowing to redouble their efforts to try to stop the trade in people coming across the English Channel. But what's happened, it was 28,500 last year who crossed when this tragedy happened. This year, it's now up to just under 45,000 who crossed the English Channel. It is only growing in terms of the crisis. And of course, comes less than a day after the Prime Minister stood up in the Commons and presented this multi-pronged plan that he hoped would be enough to help stem the flow of small boats, including the creation of a small boats operational command, bringing together Border Force, the military, other maritime assets and the National Crime Agency, with a view to better being able to get to grips with the small boats that are crossing the Channel. But as I say, there's always the potential for tragedy when anyone is undertaking what is a treacherous journey in one of the world's biggest shipping lanes in the middle of winter.